Here we go, United fans. The afternoon of the biggest game of the season is here, so it's time to start focusing everything on Bilbao and the game tonight. Europa League semi-final first leg. This one is going to be probably one of the toughest ties in all of the European rounds throughout any part of Europe in terms of Champions League, Conference League, Europa League. This is going to be the hardest games to call. You've got the phenomenal record of Athletic Bilbao at home, 100% record in the Europa League this season, only 2 defeats at home all season in 20 games in all competitions, against Manchester United, shocking in domestic football, but in Europe 14 unbeaten in this competition. Nobody beating Manchester United's Ruben Amorim, Erik ten Hag or Ruud van Nistelrooy's side so far this season in the Europa League. But Manchester United's form going into this competition, into this game tonight, is decent, as in we are scoring goals, which is unheard of. But Bilbao have got one of the best defences, if not actually on stats, the best defence in La Liga right now, and don't concede many goals, especially at home. So it is the craziness of Manchester United and our forward play against the immovable object and that solid backline of Valverde's Bilbao side, and that, I think, is what is intriguing everybody into this game. But this is the United perspective from this right now. Let's narrow this down. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk amongst ourselves in the live chat. If you are catching up later on, all I want you to do in the comment section is tell me who the game-changing player is going to be. I'll pop that comment in right at the end, and you can reply to it if you want as well. Just as a reminder, who is the key player for Manchester United tonight? You can get into the live chat on that straight away. That's where I'm going. We will get into other stuff as well. Don't forget, before the game tonight, 7 o'clock live, we are building up to the Europa League semi-final watch along on YouTube here on Forever United TV as well. So make sure that you're at 7 o'clock. We're doing this. I did say I was going to do a full build-up day of Europa League semi-finals and everything that was going on news-wise. It's just one of them days. It's such an important day for Manchester United that I think we just need to all just come together and sort of give our thoughts on this and break down where Manchester United can get a result tonight. And I'm probably going to change my mind by the time 7 o'clock comes. I'm probably going to change my mind by the time the kickoff is actually here. This is just one of them, where I am literally clinging on personally to Manchester United's form in Europe. That's it. I'm trying to cut out the whole season out of my memory bank domestically. I don't want to know it. If I'm looking at European football, I'm thinking United have got the bit between their teeth. It is a tough job to go this long in Europe in one campaign unbeaten. 14 games in. That's huge. That's a massive amount of games for Manchester United to be unbeaten. And you think about the away games that we've had, the knockouts to Lyon and Sociedad. Tough away games with decent home records of both of them sides. Obviously, earlier on in the campaign, you had Fenerbahce, Jose Mourinho, the whole factor there. Porto, another tough away game. Ten Hag managing to scrape draws, luckily, out of them games for Manchester United. And it was lucky in them games. But look, this is what Man United have got. We've had the character, even when we've been bad under Ten Hag, even when it looked like we were dead under Ruben Amorim. We've had the character in Europe to grasp something, hold on to something and get through these games. And that's what we've got. In cup football, sometimes consistency can go out the window. And if you turn up and you can feed off that atmosphere, that momentum, that belief in what you've done previously in this competition, then there's always a chance. There's a way that you can make something happen. And that's what Manchester United's players need to think tonight. Ruben Amorim will be going straight down the road of just look at what you've done to get here. Nobody has beaten you. You have come back from the dead against Lyon like it was all lost and still managed to win the game. The amount of goals that we have scored in this competition this season should give these players confidence. Rasmus Højlund scored last week against Bournemouth. Tad lucky, yes, but it still went in, and he's got 5 goals in this competition this season, albeit at the start within the league phase. But I'm picking out things that these players might think about, things that these players could actually look at and go, this competition actually, do you know what? With all of the heartache, all of the misery and suffering that Manchester United players, staff, fans, everybody involved in the club has gone through this season, and if these players are actually thinking, do you know what? Like if I could salvage anything from this season and turn up for a certain game, it's these next 3 games, because I'm hoping we get through the semi-final. That's why I've said 3, but you could see like Rasmus Højlund's summer is going to be so much easier if he contributes to something positive in these semi-finals and getting United to the final. The fans will always look back on that. I don't want him at the football club. Honestly, I think he needs to go away alone and come back again. But his summer will be a lot easier. The anguish and the nightmare reception that these fans are going to get if they fail after the season that we've had, if they fail to win the Europa League, that is, that can all be calmed a little bit more if we manage to do something in the Europa League. And this is what I'm hoping for. The big points in this and in this tie, when we look at it from a football side, let's take nostalgia out of it for a minute. Let's get into the nitty-gritty and the here and now, the reality. United can conjure up any moment in any game. We know this, and that's what Valverde, the Bilbao coach, has said. We're up against one of the biggest clubs in Europe right now who can win a game like that. And that has been proven in the previous rounds with United. The amount of last-minute efforts from Manchester United. You think to Victoria Pilsen, last minute, Rasmus Højlund. You think to Harry Maguire in Porto, away, last minute. Do we even have to get into the fact that we did score in the last minute against Lyon, but only for Onana to ruin it for us? Then again, like injury time, in extra time, pretty much, against Lyon. Manchester United will switch anything on, and they can create chances, and we know this. But when you look at it, Manchester United, fully fit squad, apart from Toby Collier. That's it. The first time ever this season we've had everybody available. Let's be honest, Toby Collier isn't going to start the game if he's fit. We know this. So Ruben has got a full squad to pick from. Yes, we're not going to see Ahmad or De Ligt start this game. So, if they're going to feature off the bench, brilliant still. To be going into this game with them just available is something fantastic for Manchester United and definitely gives us a bonus. Look, Oyan Sanset, their best player, their best attacking midfielder, and the whole Athletic Bilbao system works around him. He's not playing. Massive, huge bonus for Manchester United. That's what this is. And Man United having their full squad back. The impact that Ahmad could have off the bench is massive. And some people may even go back to that question that I asked at the start of this stream. Who is going to be the key player for you in this tie? Who is going to be the one that stands up? Just tonight, sorry, not the tie, just the match. Old Trafford can be a different ball game because Ahmad's probably going to start that game. We know he is. Anyway, looking at what we've got tonight and what's available, I honestly feel like, for me, of course, it sounds really obvious right now, but it's the captain. Bruno Fernandes magic, and a magic Bruno Fernandes performance is what's needed. And by the Bruno Fernandes magic, different to the Bruno Fernandes magic performance, I think Bruno does always have a performance, but we need that magic moment from Bruno. Whenever there's been a game to call upon a magic moment or a certain Moments FC tag, for instance, that we've had for years, it's this one. And this, like right now, is win the Europa League and let's just cut everything, draw a line through it and start again. And then we can start building a proper system and everything else. This is how it's going to be. We know it because the players are not capable. And what happens in the summer happens in the summer. But tonight, Bruno Fernandes, this is set up for him. This whole tie is set up for Bruno Fernandes. He has been the one stat man that has really kept Manchester United afloat. And you may disagree with how Bruno plays, how Bruno's performance is, his petulance, the way he gives the ball away, the way he takes risks. You may not like it, but you cannot argue that he is the moment man who gets the figures on the board for Manchester United. And that is clear to see. So for tonight, I think Bruno Fernandes has to be on it because I don't think we're going to get a performance out of the likes of Højlund. I'm not sure about Garnacho. Bruno Fernandes has to be at it. I'm going to come into the comment section right now. Who is it for you? We're live, so please, if you are in the live section, get your thoughts in on this. Who is it tonight for you that has to turn up? Who is the key player in all of this? And make sure as well, if you are loving the content, that you drop a like in on the video as well, everybody. And also hit that subscribe button as well, people, if you haven't already. Enjoy the content. It is daily, it is live. This is our second live stream of the day. We've got 2 more to come yet, before and after the game, and a watch along in between on Big Up as well. So stay tuned for that. It is coming, everybody. Right, let's get into some comments on this. Let's see. Maguire to step up tonight, says Keith. If I'm up for it, I hope they are too. Yeah, every single United fan is up for it. I don't think they're going to let the fans down tonight. I think it's going to be a case of quality shining through for Manchester United. Have we got enough in our locker to undo this defence of Bilbao? Have we got enough? Have we got the character to get over the line? I think that's what we're looking at. If he lets us collapse like he did versus Lyon second half, then I'd rather he didn't play a back three for me tonight. Get out of there in the game for the second leg to win it at Old Trafford. I think, Carl, a lot of people are probably in the same thinking as you on that one, mate, in terms of Manchester United. Just don't lose the tie tonight. Don't go too far behind. Don't cock it up tonight. That's what we're asking. So, really, when we look at it, tonight is... We may lose the game tonight, but we cannot be 2 goals behind, I think. Someone said it in the morning show earlier on. If we go more than 2 goals behind in this game, then the second leg at Old Trafford is going to be a nightmare, because they will probably be able to pick us off with their pace on the wings. Like Nico Williams is going to be a real threat for Manchester United. And I think Dorgu on that side, if he is there playing on the left-hand side, we are right up against it. He's going to have the game of his life. Maybe this could be the coming of age for Patrick Dorgu tonight. You don't know. When you shoot and pass enough in the game, eventually things happen. That's how I see Bruno. It's fair comment. Ryan says, I would rather have us sign Hjulmand from Sporting than Edison to pair with Agate. I like Edison, to be honest, I do. Daniel, thank you for renewing that membership, buddy. How are we feeling today? I'm all right at the moment. I can feel myself probably getting more nervous towards the end of the day. I do. I think that's probably where I'm thinking I'm at right now. Garnacho is the man that says Shea, because I think we can nick a goal on the counter. He's going to have to play a lot better than what he has been doing then. He's got to be a lot more clinical. Like the attempts that he had against Bournemouth, he has to at least make one of them go in, and it's a game-changing. Tonight, if he gets the same, which I don't think he will, because obviously I think Bilbao are a better side than Bournemouth. No disrespect to Bournemouth, they've had a great season. But I think Ruben Amorim played around with his system and his formation and played a strong side, because he knows that Bournemouth press high and intense, and the intensity of that press is high as well. So we are going to be getting pressed very high tonight. Andre Onana, you could probably say, has to actually stand up tonight. Even if it's not like in the absolute world-beating save department for him, he has to just be solid. He has to be no calamity, just absolutely solid for Manchester United tonight. That's what Andre Onana has to be. And if he isn't, then we're up against it. And the plan goes out the window. No stupid mistakes. No faffing around with the ball. No nervousness creeping in because of the way that you're playing. He has to be 100% on it tonight, Andre Onana. And I'm hoping that... I'm really hoping that he is. Because the whole season is resting on it. And mistakes from him and stupidity from him is only going to make the situation even more complicated for Ruben Amorim in the summer. Look, he doesn't want to buy another goalkeeper. Andre Onana needs to realise right now that if he's going to get a chance next season, which it looks like he is going to, cannot believe that still, then he cannot make a mistake of the magnitude like he has done already this season. And I'm talking them mistakes against Lyon. Like, you cannot do that in this game, because Lyon are not Bilbao. Bilbao are better. Bilbao can defend. And if we go behind because of a mistake, then the pressure's going to be on Ruben. And obviously, if he does ruin it for us, we're out of the Champions League, so less money to spend in the summer. And everybody will calling for Onana's head. And then Ruben's plan kind of goes out the window. The pressure about keeping Onana next season will definitely take its toll. And we just want the summer to be as smooth as possible. We cannot be having Manchester United trying to claw back this second leg at Old Trafford from mistakes from certain players. I don't want to just bring it up on Onana, but he is the one that's in the spotlight because of what he's done in Europe already. He has been appalling. Absolutely appalling. You can say that he made some alright saves against Lyon, but we shouldn't have even been talking about that. We should have been 2-0 and then 4-0 up, going 2-0 up. You know what I mean? Going up in that game. That's what Manchester United should have been. Because we shouldn't have been going into the second leg against Lyon at 2-2. Andre Onana should have kept both of them shots away from the goal. We should have won that game a lot more comfortably in normal time. And that's what we're talking about. Victoria Pilsen, he gifted a goal away which put us up against it then. We managed to claw it back. We're having to cover for Onana's mistakes in Europe constantly. Last season he cost us the Champions League. Just give us 3 games, Andre. Give us 3 bleeding games, mate. Please. I'm begging you. Just get us through to the Champions League next season, and there may be a chance that Manchester United may keep you at the football club. If he costs us anything in this competition, then you know what the outcry is going to be. Massive night for Andre Onana, I think. The Angry Beaver, what a legend. He has just dropped 5 memberships in. Thank you, Angry Beaver. If you have just been given one of them memberships, please drop a massive thank you in the chat for the Angry Beaver as well. Legend of the channel, always considerate and gifting things away. Absolutely brilliant, mate. Again, as always. MB Creator is in. He says, Adam, his spots on Bruno is a moment's player, not able to play in a structure, but only off the cuff. As for Dallo, who hardly gets injured, it's very timely. It's very timely of him as a winger, wouldn't it? As this winger would have him. Not sure what that last bit means. But MB there is having a little dig at me there. I can see what you're doing, you sly mofo. Only joking, mate. I like the banter. I can see it. The emojis give everything away, mates. They always do, don't they? They always do. Onana is also a key man for us and has to perform. And if he does, then the defence will be solid. Look, you know what? Like, there's something that Andrew's just said there in the comment section. Like, the defence has been decent this season. Like, we've had the odd calamitous moments. Like, Newcastle was probably our worst defensive performance of the season. You could argue maybe Spurs and Liverpool at home, maybe. But defensively, in terms of, like, real blunders, I'm thinking a Mazraoui against Newcastle slip. Manchester United switching off for Harvey Barnes' first goal. Yeah, all of that, basically, I think is where Manchester United are at right now. And I think defensively we've got enough. If you've got a confident goalkeeper behind you as a defender, trust me, from playing in that position, you are definitely you're going to play a lot more. You're going to be a lot more secure. You're going to have the confidence behind you. You're going to try different things with confidence. You're not going to be thinking about two people's positions, your own and what your keeper's going to do. You could have an absolute worldie, and there's nothing worse. And I do believe there was a scuffle and a fight with Andre Onana after that Lyon game, because he's basically just blown the whole game plan out the window. Everybody else played their part except him. So tonight, let's just cut that out, Andre. Let's have a simple game. Let's come and claim crosses. Let's empty defenders if we have to. Just come and command and dominate your 6-yard box. Even your 18 if you want. Get out of your box, cover the defence if we're playing a high line. Do you know what? Come in and do what we bought you to do, which is play a bleeding sweeper keeper, for God's sake. We've not done it once this season that I've seen in the games that I've been at. Even the ones I've watched on TV has not done it. So, really, we need him tonight to be absolutely on it. And in terms of the forwards, I haven't got much hope. I know what they are. I know what they're capable of. I'm just hoping that they have one of the games of their lives tonight. That's what I'm hoping. I'm just hoping that they turn up and absolutely destroy it tonight and have an absolute blinder. That's all I can hope for. Nothing else. I'm talking Rasmus, I'm talking Garnacho, because I think Bruno will play at 10. I think he's going to go Agate and Casemiro. I think that's why Agate was in the presser, and I think that's why questions were asked about what he's learnt off Casemiro. Casemiro is not going to be on the bench for this game. Ruben knows exactly what he's getting from Casemiro now, and in games like this, in this intensity, which used to be day to day for Casemiro when he was at Real Madrid, there's not a chance in hell that Cas is missing this game. Definitely not. Super chat in from Greg says, thank you, Greg. All we have to do tonight is the basics. We do that tonight and we set ourselves up very nicely to have a great chance of going through. Just basics. Shape, I think, basically, Greg. Basics of basically with a shape. That tongue twister right there, wasn't it? But no, you're right. Basics, that pretty much underlines the shape. Stay solid. Don't venture out. This is why I think Agate and Casemiro will both play. Because Bruno's going to have that free role to do whatever. Come in and cover in midfield. Come back, help out there. And obviously still have the 2 older midfielders there. I think this is what Man United are looking at, really. Bruno's energy, Bruno's drive, Bruno's enthusiasm all around the pitch, as well as having the security of 2 holding midfielders. who can help out possibly with the wide players as well, because obviously Sunset missing for Bilbao is key, but their wings and their speed on the wings are absolutely pivotal for Manchester United to nail down tonight. And I think that's why Mazraoui will play on the right wing-back position again. I just think the more defensive-minded player is a case of staying in shape and doing the basics and not losing this tie. We just need to get through this in the tie, and then anything's possible at Old Trafford. We can get a draw, I think United go through. If we get a loss, I'm a bit concerned, because we may even be seeing Sunset come back for the second leg. And that, when you're chasing a game and the quality that he has got, is definitely not going to help Manchester United. It's going to put the advantage right onto Bilbao into that second leg. So don't lose the game tonight. It has to be the mindset. Look, we can go out and try and win the game, obviously. Take your chances. United will create the odd chance here and there. It's if we're going to be clinical enough, I think, more than anything. Athletic are a very good side. I'm worried about the Williams brothers that are causing trouble down the wings. I think everybody is. Brandon. Is that Bradford? I think that's Bradden. I'm guessing anyway. He's available. Stephen, definitely not starting. No. Is that Ahmad? Adam, do you not think he'll play Bruno deeper, as we'll be playing on the counter a lot? Counting on the counter a lot, I think. Stu. You are right, mate. I think, Stu, on that, though, I think he's still going to play Bruno in there. I think it'll be predominantly two, Garnacho and Højlund, doing most of the forward stuff. Bruno will be up and down. I think you'll see Bruno at deep, at 8, at 10. I think you'll see him all over the place. I think the extra security is to stop the counter themselves when we go forward. And to just rely on Bruno and one other holding midfielder, I think might be dangerous. I'm guessing that's where he's going to go with it, Stu. But I do think that Bruno will still play deep, even if he's on the team sheet at 10. I think he will still come in there and be another midfielder. And I think that'll be his mission. I think that's what it'll be. Passing has to be crisp. Shape has to be on point. Composure has to be absolutely pinpoint. That's what Manchester United need tonight. Glenn, welcome back to the Members Club, my friend. Love that. Mad Red 3 as well. Absolute legend, mate. Amorim should play Bruno in his favoured position tonight. False 9 and bench Rasmus. Honestly, do you know what, MB? We don't agree on a lot, mate. I'm right behind you on that. I think Bruno is our best striker right now. I think even me and Carl, United Spotlight, have talked about this before as well. And you're not far wrong, and it's not out there. You look at that when you write that comment down and you read it out. Amorim should play Bruno in his favourite best position, false 9 and bench Rasmus. Tonight I would play Mount, Mainu, Casemiro and Agate and save himself the disgrace. Save himself to disgrace. That doesn't make sense, and we're ignoring that last line from MB there, because I like Bruno and he doesn't, but it's my show and I'm deleting his last line. But MB does make a great comment there on Bruno as a false 9. He is better than Rasmus Højlund. At least gets his shot away and knows where to be. And honestly, he's not going to do it, but I would. I think Rasmus would be miles more effective than what... I think Bruno would be miles more effective than what Rasmus Højlund would be tonight. I really do. But he's not going to do it. He's going to trust in Rasmus. Maybe that pace over the top. Tiny little bit of a target man, even though he's useless at that in holding the ball up, I think. It's a shame we haven't got another forward. It's a shame that Joshua Zirkzee is not available, because I think he's perfect for tonight's game. I really do think that he is the man that Manchester United probably would have gone to tonight. Off the back of that Lyon performance away from home off the bench, definitely. Mainu and Mount, that's an interesting one. They're going to play a key role tonight. Does Mainu start? That's a question. Now, I think if Mainu starts, Casemiro misses out. Because that means that Mainu will be starting with Agate. Because we're thinking Agate is going to play because he was in the press conference. Anybody who knows that that's usually the giveaway to a player playing in the European game. Not always, but it's quite obvious that has happened throughout this season anyway. So if it's Agate and Mainu, then Casemiro misses out because Bruno will sit into that role next to Manuel Agate, I think. Or will Mainu sit there? Look, Mainu played there obviously at weekend with Agate. I didn't like it. I think Mainu's better further forward. If you're going to do that, it's Bruno Ugarte, it's Mainu, Garnacho and Højlund. I would probably start Mount over Garnacho as well, but that's not going to happen either. But it's a risk. It is a big risk, I think that. And that's more of an attacking lineup. That is definitely Man United looking for a win more than a draw. I think if Casemiro and Ugarte play, United are happy with a draw. If you're playing Mainu and Ugarte and Bruno, then that's attacking. That, for me, says that Ruben Amorim thinks he's going to win the game tonight. That's how I see that anyway. Definitely. Let's see what else we've got here in the comment section. More of a 3-5-2 suits us better. People moaning about Bruno's conversion rate need to understand that creativity comes with risk. Get Bruno better finishers around him, he'd get 25 plus assists. I agree with that. Don't be afraid to miss. The great man himself, Sir Bobby Charlton, said that. Never be afraid to miss. And one thing you cannot argue with Bruno is he's never afraid to do the thing that just failed. Whereas other players fade away and shirk the responsibility. He always plays his way. He hasn't changed once in his whole time at United, where other players have gone missing. And that, I think, needs a little bit more credit, definitely, on Bruno's head. Okay, Veronica says, just how deluded is Rashford thinking PSG is going to come in for him? I hope he gets help for his ego. He's never going to listen to anybody anyway, by the sounds of it, Veronica. But yeah, that's the story that's going around today as well. Also, Manchester United to keep an eye on Florian Wirtz. Okay, jokes out the way. Let's get back to the serious stuff of tonight's game. Phil, welcome to the Members Club. Gifted by London. What a legend, as always. Keep them comments coming in, everybody. You miss the chances you don't take, and Bruno always takes his chances. Bruno hits the target. That's what we've got to say. And we know that if a chance comes to Bruno, then there's a chance that we score. Comes to Garnacho, we're not sure. Comes to Højlund, we're not sure. Comes to anybody else in that starting lineup, we're not bastard sure. Honestly, right now, if a chance was going to come to a player, say for instance on the edge of the box, my lineup would be, my pecking order there would be, I would rather it go to Bruno and then Kobe. And then it could be anyone else, because I don't rate anyone else in terms of goals and scoring. Maybe Casemiro. But that tells you everything, doesn't it? Look at the teams that we've had before. If a ball's just dropping on the edge of the box, who do you want on the end of it? You could have picked anyone in previous years, couldn't you? Some of the great Man United sides, anybody on the edge of the box is going to put that away. Honestly, right now. Comes to Garnacho, I'm thinking Rose. Comes to Højlund, I'm thinking he shields it and waits for someone to come and fight him for it, and he doesn't shoot at all. Ugarte, not known for his scoring. Dorgu, I've not seen him hit a shot yet, to be honest. Mazraoui, no. And then what? You're into the centre half, near enough. That's it. It's Bruno and Mainu. They're your key players in terms of goals tonight, I think. If Garnacho turns up, like I said before, I'm not expecting much from him, because I've seen what I've seen this season, and I'm not expecting any more. I don't expect him to change all of a sudden for one game. Maybe he has the game of his life and it's the making of him. It could be. And you know what? I'll be bouncing on this chair later off my rocker if Garnacho wins the game for Man United tonight. I would gladly be put in my place by Garnacho, and I would hold my hands up on YouTube live after that game and apologise to Garnacho for this one moment. But I don't think I'm going to have to. But please make me. Please make me, Alejandro. Because I do like you as a player. I just don't think you have got what we need right now. That's it. But tonight, go and make me look like a tit. That's all I'm asking you. Just go out and make it happen for me, matey. That's all I want. Glenn, super chat. Thank you, mate. Legend. Keeping an eye on, question mark. It's like looking in a shop window at all the stuff that you can't buy. Yeah, I know. Bruno, Mainu and Maguire are our goal scorers. Maguire up front, everyone. Yeah, are we having that again? I think there will be a moment when Maguire does pop up front again for Man United. Honestly, I'm not just saying this for the sake of it and trying to make a laugh out of anything. But Maguire's dangerous. He is so dangerous. He is hard to deal with in the opposition box. You've seen defenders struggling to handle him. You've seen the moments like when he came on against Forest. He did more. What he did against Leon, he has got that in his locker. He did it against Leicester. He did it against Porto. He's done it against Leon. He was nearly doing it against Nottingham Forest. Like, honestly, he is dangerous. Harry Maguire should be one of them defenders that gets about 10 goals a season for the amount of positions he finds himself in. I really do think that his numbers are down on where they are. He needs to be scoring more. He gets himself into some real centre-forward positions, Harry Maguire. He's got a knack for it. And do you know what? I'm glad he's fit for these 2 legs because I think we're going to need him. There's going to be a moment when Harry Maguire is called upon and he's up front for Manchester United trying to get on the end of a cross. We all know it's going to happen. And hopefully he does get on the end of one because more often than not, he is actually making decent contact and getting it on target. So, yeah, all for it. Bring it on. Anthony says, I've noticed a difference in Garnacho over the last few games. He's starting to cross a bit more and not always going for goal. I hope the penny is starting to drop with the kids. I think we all do, mate. I think you're right in what you said, Anthony, as well. He is starting to show signs of change. And I know Ruben is definitely getting into him now. 100% you can see the difference in his game. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. It's just the end product, mate, is just nowhere near good enough. Can we wait another year? I'm only saying that because Ruben Amorim, that's all he's got really, isn't it? One more year. Rasmus score as many goals this season as a number on his shirt. Decent stat, I suppose. Steve Bruce and Gary Pallister used to get near 10 goals apart. All joking aside, yeah, they did. That was back in the old school days, wasn't it? Though it was like wingers out wide, good crosses into the box. It used to be an art form, crossing the ball. Did you see how effective that was for Inter Milan last night, by the way, against Barcelona? Crosses into the box, honestly, they cause havoc. If you've got players that are willing to attack the ball, then you're going to cause problems for any opposition. Like Barcelona, as good as they are, susceptible to set pieces and crosses into the box. Inter Milan took full advantage of that last night. So, yeah, I'm thinking that Manchester United can do the same. I'm a bit gutted that we haven't got De Ligt to start, but still, I think we've got enough at the back. And Lenny Yoro obviously got his head on one in this game in the previous round as well, the first leg of the quarterfinals. So, you know what? Like we have got capable defenders there that can get us goals. And you know, you always need to rely on defenders. I just think we should be scoring a lot more. We are going to do score predictions in the later show at 7 o'clock as well tonight. But if you want to, please do drop what you think is going to happen tonight into the live chat right now. Tell me what you think the score is going to be, who is going to get that goal for Manchester United. Because I don't think there's going to be more than one. I'm just going for one tonight. But hey, if you want to put the goal scorers down next to your score, if you think we're going to score more than one, go for it. Tregev says, when was the last time we had a striker scoring 20-plus goals a season? Was it Rashford? We need a goal scorer with 20-plus goals to be a top 4 team. Actual striker, I mean, Rashford played out wide. I think it was Van Persie, wasn't it? That would have been him, Zlatan, Cavani, them types of players. I'd give anything to have a Zlatan, Cavani type of player on the pitch tonight for United with their mentality. Flash Talk says, another goal for Rasmus tonight, I hope, but who cares really, as long as we win. Well put, mate. 2-1 United, Rasmus and Lindelof. I wouldn't go that far, though. The first comment was better, Flash. You lost me on that second one when you mentioned the L word. Nah, not happening. But it would be funny seeing my reaction if Lindelof did score tonight, wouldn't it? So that's why you need to be tuned in later on, everybody, to see the antics and everything. Please do join us. Actually, do you know what? On that note, in terms of the actual watch-along and the game later on, please do come over and join us on Big Up, our watch-along platform. I'll drop the link in the live chat right now for you and just pin it up there. Completely free. Just click on the link and you're in there later on. I'm going to drop that watch along in very, very soon. It's going to be an epic one tonight. It really is. I got a feeling it's going to be one of them watch alongs tonight where we just, I think my head's going to explode. I fully expect my face to be looking like a beetroot. It's very warm in Manchester. I'm going to have to definitely fluid up. I'm going to go for a long walk and get myself completely settled in because we're going from YouTube from 7 all the way through. So I'm going to be live from 7 o'clock all the way up to 11 o'clock tonight. 4 hours worth of streaming on 2 different platforms. So it's going to be an epic one. And I hope you can all join us there as well. Don't forget as well, it is match day. So we're obviously going to big up our sponsors as well, which is Match Bingo, everybody. Over our first month starting proper with Match Bingo in April, just want to say that we have actually handed out over £500 in prize money to FUTV members already. It is just a case of going on, downloading the app off my link in the description, or that QR code on the screen right there, getting a line, earning 25 quid, getting another line, another 25 quid. If you get all of the match events, it is a jackpot. Full house. Bingo. That's what it is. And match events are everything that can happen in a game. And I mean everything. A substitute in a certain minute, a goal with a left foot, goal with a right foot, a headed goal, a crossbar, a post, free kick at a certain minute. All of that is on your card. It's picked for you. It's £2 a card. That's it. Scan the QR code. Join the fun, everybody. It is a ball. You are missing out if you haven't already. And like I said, here on Forever United TV, we've handed out over £500 this month alone to FUTV subscribers. Big wins, actually. So make sure you get involved. I'm hoping we can do the same again in May and finish the season strong. Because if United are winning, these Match Bingo cards actually do start to total up a little bit. So yeah, let's do it, everybody. I'm just going to drop that in there as well for you. Match Bingo, that's my link there. If you download that, put £10 deposit in on your account, you'll get another £20 on top as well as a gift as a new member. So thank you again if you have already, everybody. Get involved in Match Bingo. Honestly, it is a ball, actually. It's quite a lot of fun. And it takes all the stress of making a bet out of the window because it picks it for you. And then you just got to go along and tick your boxes. The app ticks it for you, but you know what I mean anyway. Andrew says, I will try and get on the watch along when I am in the pub, even though it has Wi-Fi. It does not connect to Big Up. Oh well, I will be on before I get to the pub and after. Come on, United. Andrew, legend, I love that. We will be going from YouTube to Big Up. And if you do come on Big Up, you can come on and have a call and have your say on the game as well. So we have call-ins throughout the match. So if you want to come on and have a say, have a rant, actually let loose a little bit, then I'm here for you. I'm here for you, everybody. Snowballs, yeah, I knew it was around 18 or 19. I think he took penalties, though, that season. Totaling someone's numbers up there. Sorry, I'm interrupting the conversation. This is the type of game you hide, Bruno. Like Ralph and Eric Ten Hag learnt in the past by games like this that you need structure play using Bruno on the right wing. The issue with Amorim's system, no place to hide. So Bruno will step up and prove you wrong tonight, then MB Creator. I cannot wait to hear what you say when Bruno wins the game for us tonight. And you better be on that live chat later. I know you will be, mate. I know you will be. Oh, God, Lamine Yamal last night. Honestly, like, wow. Jesus Christ, for a 17-year-old kid. He's scary last night in money. Good God. Like, I mean, that is our Ahmad, isn't it? Basically. That's what, obviously a bit older, a lot older, but still, that's the impact that Ahmad could have on the game tonight. Like, you need some little bit of inspiration or worrying the defence a little bit or put the defence on the back foot, then Ahmad's your man to step forward, isn't he? He's the one that's going to make a difference, I think, for Man United tonight. 100% he's the one that is going to be the difference. Definitely off the bench if we need something. Over the whole tie, Ahmad, I think. Him starting at Old Trafford, that atmosphere, everything that comes with it, whoa, it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. It really is. Any more takers on the results tonight? We're going to be doing this a little bit more. And then, obviously, when we start the watch along and the full-on build-up show later on at 7 o'clock. But come on, if you can't make that show, which you all should be doing, but if you can't, drop your score predictions and players in. Let me know, everybody, what you're thinking for this game. By the way, if you love the content, pop a thumbs up on the video, everyone. Creeping up to 150 likes. For a midday live, that's epic, everyone. You're all absolute legends. Again, brilliant. Andrew's the 1-1. Stu's gone 1-1 as well. MB 2-1. Is that to Bilbao, mate? I think that is 0-0. Look, give me 0-0 right now. I don't care if I'm talking about a shit game later. I'm just thinking about United right now. I don't care. I don't care if we're falling asleep. I really don't. I'll entertain myself. Just get through this game with a chance in that second leg at Old Trafford. That's all I want. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up there, everybody. That is our midday live, our warm-up. Not done one for a while, so I thought I'd do it. We are back live at 7 o'clock, everybody. Don't forget, it is a busy old night tonight. 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock live on 2 different platforms with 3 different live shows. What a night it's going to be tonight. Hope to see you all there. Thank you for the contributors, mods in the chat as well for helping out. Love that, everybody. That's got me right in the mood. I'm going to go to the pub. Think I'll have a pint, have something to eat, cool myself off, get myself ready. Hopefully you all do the same. And I'll check back in here with you at 7 o'clock, everyone. So have a good one. Get yourself prepared. And up the Reds.